Hey guys, I am Emma and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while. I'll catch up on that a little bit at the end of this video, but this is something I've been wanting to make a video about for a long time. Like when I started the channel, I knew this was going to be a video I really wanted to make. So today I want to talk about the whole concept of there being a time limit for getting over assault or abuse or anything like that. And I'm not saying this is a known like rule or people think there's a time limit, but I will say I think a ton of people who have experienced something like that struggle with this afterwards and feeling guilty for the fact that it still is affecting them. So as usual, I'm just going to talk about this and kind of relate it to my own experience and things like that. And I just hope that this can help some of the people out there who also really struggle with this. And this is still something I am working on. I haven't like mastered this. This is still something I struggle with quite a lot. But I think a lot of people, when something like this happens to them, everyone is different, but I think a lot of the time people think to themselves like, okay, it's been a week since that happened, I'm not going to think about it anymore, or it's been 5 months since that's happened and I shouldn't think about it anymore, or 5 years, however long. I think a lot of people have a time where they're like, oh, this happened so long ago, I should not let myself get upset about this anymore. And I want to make this video to say that there is no time limit or amount of time, you know, to get over something like that, an experience of abuse or assault, or frankly any kind of big trauma a lot of this can apply to. I don't really like the phrase get over, because an experience like this, you know, do you truly, it's not like you just one day, oh, I'm over it. No, that's, you know, unfortunately, and in my experience, that's never gonna happen, because as much as it, you know, doesn't define any part of you, it is still, in a sense, a part of you, which is okay. But, you know, there, I feel, is so much kind of shame or guilt about much later on still feeling really affected by things. And I just want to say that, like, over time I have tried to grow to accept that if I get really upset about what happened to me, okay, and I should just accept that. And there were a lot of times I feel like I felt quite judgmental of it, and I was thinking to myself like, this happened so long ago, why, you know, why are you still letting it affect you? Like, why do you still think about it so often? Because truthfully, I mean, as much as it might not affect me in any way on a daily basis, it is still something that comes through my daily thoughts every day, whether it's just a memory that ties into the experience or something to do with the person the experience was with, you know, especially if it was someone who was a big part of your life at any point in time. Clearly, a lot of memories are going to be tied in to something about that person or that time, and there's nothing you can do if, you know, it comes into your head. And again, a lot of the time it doesn't have an effect on my day, but then there are times where something happens and it does, and I do think about it a lot. And even now I get really hesitant to tell people like, hey, I'm thinking about this a lot right now, just because I'm worried about their judgment. There were a lot of times throughout the past years after my experience that I would go through little stints, whether it was a few days or just one day or a week or two, where, you know, it would for some reason start really affecting those days particularly, and I would be thinking about it a lot, whether something triggered it or I just started thinking about it. And I remember so much being pretty judgmental of myself and not wanting to talk to my family about it at all, or, you know, just kind of keep it to myself and feel a little bit bad about it. And I've realized over time clearly that, one, in the moment, being judgmental is never going to do anything for you. And so I started trying to just accept it and think it's okay, like this is normal. I did write sometimes when this type of thing happened, and I do want to share a snippet of something that I wrote, and it ties into this particular topic, and I just think that it might be quite helpful for some people who also have felt this way. So I'm going to share that right now. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I thinking about it again? Not just thinking about it, letting it spread in my brain, letting all the thoughts, touches, scents swell and move through my brain. It's been so long. It's been so long, but sometimes you still find a way. You still manage to be here. You still manage to come into my head every single day, staying a part of me. I don't want to let you be a part of me. It was so long ago. It was so long ago. I haven't written in a very long time. I haven't written about you in a very long time. But sometimes I need to. Because sometimes you're still here. People may not understand, but you still are. Thoughts of you, your flaws, your damage still rush in and out of my thoughts every day. And yes, times have passed. Times have passed. But sometimes you creep in. Sometimes you still creep in. This has to happen once in a while, right? Sometimes I still have moments where it feels like it all happened yesterday. I haven't written in a very long time. I haven't written about you in a very long time. Maybe sometimes I just need to. I really just need to. So I wrote that a good few years ago now, and although that doesn't sound like the most uplifting thing, I hope that some of you will hear those words and think, oh my gosh, like I think that way too sometimes. And I think it's just important to know that, like I said in that piece of writing, sometimes I just need to. And I think it's okay to accept that there's nothing wrong with that. A couple nights ago, I went through a little moment where I got pretty upset, just for whatever reason. I was thinking about my experience a lot, and I feel like it clicked in my head that, like, this is never going to go away. You know, these experiences, they're never going to go away, and we can't try and make them go away. This is a part of my life, and it's a part of what made me who I am. And, you know, there's no point in being hard on yourself for still thinking about something. So that was kind of the purpose of this video, just to put out there that there's no time limit for getting over an experience of assault or abuse, whatever it was. There's no time limit. You don't have to set a time for yourself that you should be over it by then. So I hope this video could be a little bit helpful for some of you. I know, again, it's been a while since I posted one, and truthfully, I am very weird about filming and talking when I know that there are like people around in my environment, and lately there have kind of constantly been people around, so I'm just a little weird about that. And I also like don't want this to be something that I feel a lot of pressure about, or like, oh, I need to, you know, make a video. I want it to be something I just do when I have the desire to. So I want to stay true to myself on that, but I'm hoping, especially after this school year is done, to get out more videos. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Also, I love hearing your messages and your feedback. You can always message me on Instagram. I'll put that right there. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video.